Hey, One Life Church. My name is Justin. I'm one of the pastors here, and today I come to you with a relaunch update. It has been a while since we have released. We released our last relaunch update. We released one back in January, and so today I want to come to you and give you a picture of where we're headed, what this summer is going to look like. There are going to be some changes here, and I'm so excited about these changes, and I want you to be in the know. Before we get there, let me review our 4 criteria that we have been using as we've made every decision along the way over the last 15 months. All right, so these decisions have been hard decisions. We have not made them on a whim. We have used these 4 criteria as the lens through which we look as we make every single decision. So the first criteria is this decision legal? Is this next step legal? We have always, over this last 15 months, wanted to stand in solidarity with our city, with the city of Concord, and also with the state of North Carolina. And so we have been paying attention to the decisions of those locally and also our governor and the state of North Carolina, and we have done our best to stand in solidarity with them because we are a church in Concord and we are a church for Concord, and so we wanted to be along the same path as those around us, whether it's businesses or it is schools, and so we have wanted to stand in solidarity with them. So we've asked, is this legal? Is this a legal next step? The second is this a virtuous next step, or is this an ethical next step? Along the way, over these past 15 months, we have done our best to stay in step with the Jesus ethic. The Jesus ethic is to love God with everything that we have and to love our neighbor with the same kind of love. And so at every decision, at every turn, in every way, we have tried our best as a church to ask, are we loving God in this decision? And are we loving the people around us through this decision? And I got to say, I am so proud of our church that I believe that we have done our best to stay in step with that Jesus ethic, with the virtues of Jesus. Number 3 is this practical? Is this next step practical? Every decision comes with 50 other decisions and 50 other practical twists and turns and pivots. And so when we come back together in person, that means there are 10, 15 other things that have to fall in line. And we have to take those very seriously. And we have to take those in consideration. And I think we have done that. I'm so proud of our ministry team leaders, our staff, as they have done so much work when it comes to the practical steps that come with every single decision. And then number 4, is this decision in line with our core values as a church? As we make this next decision, does it help us become a church as family? Does it help us experience authenticity as a church family? And does it give us the opportunities? Do we still have the opportunities to invest in the world around us? So those are the 4 criteria that we have been looking through and using as we have made every decision along the way. Now let's review where we've been. Last March, the global pandemic happened and everything went online. And so we were in that place from March to May where our groups were meeting online, our staff was meeting online, we were worshiping together online. And then in June and July, we continued to worship online, but then we also offered some in-person events like communion drive-thrus and ice cream drive-thrus, and those were so much fun, and it was so exciting to get back together with people and to see you and hear your voice and enjoy what God was doing in our midst and doing in us. And then in August, we came back together to worship outdoors. And that was a lot of fun. It was really beautiful to stand outside and worship with the birds and for our neighbors to see us worship together in our parking lot. I'm so grateful for this piece of property, our campus that we have, so that we could worship together in that way. We continued to do some events in person, whether it was one of my favorites was the trick or treat drive-through. That was so much fun. It was one of the highlights of 2020 for me, seeing so many of you come here and our Kids Life team handing out discipleship bags. But my favorite was the dozens of people from our community that stopped by, and we were able to bless them in that way. So that's where we were from March until November. And then in December, we made the decision to begin to make the transition to in-person, indoor worship. And we did that for 3 weeks during the month of December. We celebrated Christmas together. And then in January, we came back in person, came back indoors, and we began to worship together. And we took the precautions necessary to keep each other safe. All along the way, we had in mind, how can we honor one another? How can we care for one another well? And so as we've worshiped together in person, we wore masks, we practiced social distancing, we checked people in, taking temperatures, not because we love doing those things, but because we love to honor one another. And so at every turn, at every decision, we wanted to do our best to live in line with that Jesus ethic, to love God with everything we have and to love our neighbors in the best way that we can. And so that's where we've been. From December to May, we've been meeting in person. Some of our groups have been meeting in person, and some of our groups have been meeting online. We hosted Ola, 2 sessions of Ola on Zoom, and the church continued to move. The church was never closed. Our imagination had to change. The way that we acted and moved as the church had to change, but the church never closed. And so that's where we've been from March until now in the month of May. Now, let me show you where we are headed in June. And I'm so excited to be able to tell you about where we are moving in June. We are going to start to lift some of these restrictions starting in the month of June. We're going to continue to meet in person, indoors. And one of the big restrictions that we are going to lift starting June the 6th is masks will no longer be mandated, but masks will be optional starting June the 6th. And so we hope that you will come and you will worship the way that you want to worship. If you want to continue to wear a mask, we invite you to do that. This is a safe place, a place full of grace and more grace. And we want to continue to honor one another. And so if you're coming here without a mask, you honor those with a mask. If you come here with a mask, you honor those without a mask. And we want to continue to do that. Another restriction we will lift is there will no longer be reservations. You won't have to sign up early to come to church on a Sunday morning, and we're really excited about that. We're going to continue to add kids' life environments because we want and we believe that we want to disciple our children right where they are in age-appropriate ways. And so we're going to continue to add some kids' life environments that will extend from crawlers all the way up through our 8th grade students. So we're going to add kids' life environments and student life environments starting on June the 6th. Our student life ministry will start to meet in person again, which I know they're excited about and will be a lot of fun. Now, for church in person, from December through May, we had 2 service times, 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. to practice social distancing. But starting on June the 6th, we will only offer 1 public service time, and that is at 10:30 a.m. I'm excited to bring us all back together at the same service time. And so starting on June the 6th, come at 10:30 and worship with us. Invite your friends, invite your family, invite your neighbors to come and worship with us. For the month of June, we will continue to have tables and practice that social distancing during our 10:30 service. Our volunteers will continue to wear their masks as a way of standing in solidarity with those who wish to also wear a mask. And then in July, we will remove the tables and go back to rows in the auditorium, and our volunteers will not be asked to wear masks starting in July. We will obviously continue to offer church online every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. You can look us up at youtube.com and search for onelifechurch.tv or onelifech or Concord, North Carolina. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to continue to join us online, we invite you to do that. And as always, you can go to onelifehub.com and find our church online link. And so if that is the way you are most comfortable, maybe you're out of town, you're not here in Concord, and you wish to continue to worship with us, we will continue to offer you resources, and we'll continue to pour into you as you are a part of our church family. Here's a big thing. We need more volunteers. If we are going to add kids' life environments, we want to add coffee to your experience in the lobby. We need more people volunteering with our host team. We need more people volunteering with our ops team, setting things up. We need more people to volunteer with our production team. We need you to not sit on the sidelines. We need you to invest and serve your church family as you come and you worship here. And so we want to invite you. I want to encourage you and challenge you right now to go to onelifehub.com and click on the box that says, I want to volunteer. And I want you to fill out that form and let us know where you would like to start volunteering starting this summer. It's going to take all of us, the entire family. We need all the hands in the kitchen to pull this off and to make this a really, really beautiful experience this summer. All right? So go and do that and find a place to volunteer starting this summer. Now, let's take a look forward. Hope is the truth and the belief that there is more to come, and there are things coming this summer. Hope is on the rise. So let me tell you about a couple things. Number one, we are going to host VBS this summer in August, and I'm so excited. We don't have the specific dates yet, but we will communicate those to you through our weekly updates and through onelifehub.com. Our student life ministry, they're going to do a missions week again this summer. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for my kids to be a part of that this summer. We're going to be doing some outreaches in neighborhoods around Concord. We're going to be partnering with Endless Opportunities in an outreach. We're going to be partnering with some area churches and blessing our community. We're going to do an after-church big lunch barbecue one Sunday. There is stuff coming. There is stuff to look forward to. Hope is on the rise. And so I'm excited. I want to invite you to be a part of it, to be a part of what God is doing this summer at One Life Church. If you have any questions, you can email us at info@onelifechurch.tv. So if you heard something today and you have questions, if you need more information, you want to know more, please email us at info@onelifechurch.tv. My friends, God has been on the move. The church was never closed. God never stopped working over the past year and a half. And we're going to continue to trust in His faithfulness and His provision. We're going to continue to be His church as we move forward this summer. Thank you for being a part of it. I want to invite you to dive in. Come and be a part of what God is doing here at One Life Church. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for checking out this relaunch update. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Grace and peace.